To go here for the kickoff from the 35. It's a squib kick, is it? It made it 10 yards. The ball is... Oklahoma says they have it. We're going to take a look at this here. We're going to see... I seen an Oklahoma player touch it there. It looked like she may have fallen on it. And it is confirmed that is an Oklahoma football. We're going to have 1st and 10 on the onside kick. I don't know about onside. That was more of a squib kick right there. But very effective start of the game. 10:58, and we have our first turnover here. So good play on that to start. And lining up. Looks like a single back formation here out of the shotgun. Down the middle, there's plenty of room on this play. Just a little bit short on that. That'll be 2nd down and 8 or 9 here. So maybe a 1-yard gain on the play, maybe 2. We'll say 1. And looking at this defense here, tight defense. Everyone up there on the line this time. I'm not quite... defense mirrored the offense for a second there. We're going to have a penalty flag against the defense. That will make this 2nd and... I don't know. We'll find out. 2. Depends on where we were originally, which I wasn't quite 100% sure. Kind of in the middle. This time we are going to spread out. Twins on the right, twins on the left. Do have the single back formation here. Again, down the middle. This is across the 40. That's going to be a 1st down. Big play on that. And just like that, down the middle for the score, or for the 1st down. Not the score yet. I imagine they're wanting that eventually. So 1st and 10. That sun is, we'll say it's toasty. We will say that sun is toasty down there if it looks like that on the camera. But, again, twins on either side. This time we're going to move up to a player in motion. A little toss play on that. That's going to be enough for a 1st and then some more. All the way out to the 20-yard line for another 1st down. Good play on that to start out. And look at the setup of this play here as, you know, in motion. Just enough found the gap right there. Left that side wide open. They were still kind of sitting tight down the middle. And obviously the sun will die down a little bit here. It's already working its way down in the sky here, so be a little better on the camera. Again, the handoff, quarterback keeper this time. That is a touchdown. Oklahoma will get on the board first. And again, faking the handoff here. We're going to take another look at this. Quarterback keeper fake and straight down the middle for the score. Oklahoma Rage now up. It is 6-0 Oklahoma here on the extra point. And we are going for the kick. Something I have not seen in football in a while. Mainly because the Arena League does not have kicking. That extra point is good. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Oklahoma Rage on top. We'll be back after. They're up for the Snow Leopards. If I can get some numbers, I will do my best on that. Another squib kick. This is Oklahoma football. No one went after it. second conversion is good. The ball found a dead area, and just like that, it was gone. I mean, Oklahoma was the only ones near that ball. So the Rage again with the football. That was number 45. I don't have a 45 on my roster here. But good play for 45. I don't have a 25 either. So 1st and 10. Oklahoma already scored once in this ball game. Chance to score again. Nowhere near a zone defense, by the way. They are straight up on that line right there. I mean, that is a... almost starts out as a cover 2, but I mean, everyone's in the blitz at this point. Again, in motion. Last time this play led to a score. It's going to be a pass this time. That is incomplete. That is Sarah Rose trying to get to that ball from Broken Arrow, or Sarah Rose from Texarkana, Arkansas. Incomplete on the pass. Coming back out. These uniforms, not the hardest to read, but also not the easiest. Again, quarterback. This is going to be a toss-up. That is in the air. That is incomplete. That's going to be short out to the receiver on the right side, left side out there. Guess depends on what side of the field you're looking at this from. So that will bring up 2nd down. Or 3rd down, actually. It is 3rd and 10. .12:33 here. Again, they're sending the house. I mean, they might as well be sending the fullback here too. Fake of the handoff. Pass is caught. There is room. Needing to get the 1st down, though, to keep this drive alive. It is going to be short. No, it's a 1st down. That is past the line. That is a 1st down on the pass out of pressure. Able to do something with it here. Thought she was in trouble, but able to stave off the defender long enough. And that's enough for a 1st down for the Rage. So Oklahoma Rage continuing this drive. Whoa, what are we doing? That's weird. Sorry, I got a brand new camera here and it had auto zoom out. Never seen that before. Little toss play, 23. She's got room. This might be a touchdown. If not, we're going to be 1st and goal. We are 1st and goal inside the 5. Big play again on that. So, Vanessa Bledsoe on that play. First and goal. Clock continuing to run here, 11-13. This team outscoring their opponents 240-61, I believe. I think that's the number. It was close, if not. Quarterback again down the middle. That is the 2nd touchdown we've had in the game here. And looking back at this play here, this running game here, the Sioux Falls defense forced on the field. We haven't had a kickoff yet to Oklahoma. We've had 2 onside kicks that turned into points. And 13 points here. Looking back to see what we got for this. Whoa. So it has like an auto zoom. That's kind of weird. Play clock winding down. 10 seconds here. They're going to get this off either way. Plenty of time with the kick. Kick is up. Kick is good. off the Fine Arts building there for the band and the choir. And 14-0. That is, and again, it's that onside kick. It was touched beforehand. It is Sioux Falls. The ball came loose. We had a offensive tackle, an offensive block on that. I mean, the ball popped out on the kick. It did not travel, but it was touched by the other team. So I think by default it should go to Sioux Falls, which it does. Those are the rules on how that works. If it had gone the 10 yards, it would be a fair ball heading back to the Rage. She's just kind of holding the ball still like, really? Oh, we're going to have a... Nope, the officials are discussing things here. I think the coaches are going out there asking about what's going on, but they are right. If the ball did not travel the distance on the kick, then it is a turnover on possession. It depends on where the ball was touched. I don't know if that's the first place it was touched, but 10:57 to go for some Arena League action. Check out Iowa and Duluth on the Arena League YouTube page. And if you want some other semi-pro football, Joplin is hosting today. That game on semi-pro game day. I believe that is on semi-pro game day at least. This is nowhere to go. I believe that was Elizabeth Sears. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Very nice stadium here, and I mean, I just can't. The scoreboard is beautiful. I really hope the scoreboard we're getting is like this because it is amazing looking. It is amazing. Little different formation here for Sioux Falls. Snow Leopards in the white and blue. Lined up, handoff. That time the quarterback directly under center. This is going to be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. That's going to be a loss about 3 or 4 yards on that. 9:40 to go in the first. Still have all of our timeouts. But 14-0 right now. This is the first actual touch on offense that the Snow Leopards have had. First 2 kickoffs were basically stolen there by the Rage. Rage almost had another one, but the ball didn't make it its required distance. I want to thank the Rage for inviting me down here. Very nice area here. Found a nice hotel too, by the way. We're going to have a penalty flag. So we're going to have a penalty on this. This will make it 3rd and a lot longer to go. I believe it's 16. Might be 17. We're close either way. It would help if I update my graphic there a little bit for you. 9 minutes to go. Clock will start on the snap. Oh. Penalty flag is dead on the play. I need to figure out how to turn off that auto zoom. That is bugging me. But we're going to make this whatever this number is. It is 3rd down and 22, I guess. Is that what the board has? It says 3rd and 14 on the board, so I'll stick with my number. It's a lot closer. It is a lot closer here. So Snow Leopards having a hard time getting some offense rolling. 2 penalties back to back after the big sack. They're going to send the pressure. And again, we're going to have a stoppage here. Is this going to be a 3rd penalty in a row? Alrighty then. We're going to go with this number now. 3rd and 27 coming up now for the Snow Leopards. And they are not having the luck right now. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I've seen some cars out there. That's a long drive. I mean, I had about a 3-hour trip from southern Missouri, but ball back, it's passed. That is complete. Snow Leopards, they're going to make it out to the 15-yard line, 16-yard line it looks like. And that's going to be a big first down on the play. We're going to take a look at how that happened. I mean, once the pass was caught, it turned into a nice offensive drive. And that will set up 1st and 10 from, looks like the 18, 19-yard line is the official spot of the ball. Handoff down the middle. There's that defensive line. Big stop on the play. Hard to see those blue numbers on the white jerseys. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11. That's a loss of 1. Seven minutes to go and counting in the first. Snow Leopards set up. Handoff option in the back. I'd almost bet we're going to have a... Nope, we're going to have a pass. This is... That could have been caught. That was a dangerous pass right there. That is Stacy with the pass. Or incomplete pass, anyway. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Snow Leopards line up again like they're going to do the same thing here. I'd be looking for that pass to the corner again. That's what they're looking for. They're going opposite corner this time, though. That is picked off. No, it is dropped. But that will bring up a 4th and 11 now. So you're either kicking a field goal or you're going for it here. If I'm down by 2 scores already, I'm probably going for it just because I would be that guy that wants to go for it. Not everyone is going to do that decision, but sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I've lost basketball games on decisions that should have worked and won them on decisions that probably should not have worked. Passes up. That is caught, but that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that will be a Rage Football. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 for the Oklahoma Rage. They are just around the 10-yard line here. Their own 10-yard line. Handoff is going to be a 5-yard gain, maybe 4. 2nd and about 5 coming up. So Oklahoma Rage in the blackish gray and orange color out there. Snow Leopards in the white with blue. Ironically, I'm wearing an orange shirt with blue shorts, so that's what I picked out clothing-wise without looking at what the team's colors were. First down on the play. Out past the 30. And I'll try to get the numbers here, but they are a long ways away down there, put it that way. Even on the camera, they're a long ways away down there. Defense almost got a penalty on that. That pass is caught. That's going to be a touchdown. Oklahoma Rage, big touchdown play. I believe a 60-yard touchdown out of that is what that is going to officially be. 69 yards is the official distance on this touchdown play. Oklahoma Rage up 20-0 now. And that will set up another extra point here. The kicker making her money's worth today. Another beautiful play here by this Oklahoma team. Kick is up. Kick is good. 21-0. That is your score. Here for the kickoff. Another squib kick. This is touched before. Snow Leopards football. It should be their football. It'll be 1st and 10. And it will be at the 45-yard line. Not the 55. Trust me, sometimes it looks like it's that, but it is definitely not a 55-yard line out there. Snow Leopards coming out on offense. 21-0. Rage forcing a turnover. And on the last play on downs, and then 2 turnovers on kickoffs so far in this game. That is short. That is incomplete. That pass, nowhere to go again. 2nd down and 10 coming up. I could swear there are drums somewhere out there playing. I'm pretty sure there is. I just cannot see them. I am way up here, by the way, in this press box. A very nice facility. Offsides on the defense. That will be 5 free yards on the play. That will give South Dakota here a couple free yards. The Snow Leopards will move up to just right at the 40, it looks like. 4:39 to go in the first quarter still. And this tripod here, I apologize. It's not good. I mean, it's not like even as good as a cheap Walmart tripod. It's from Amazon. But it's got its purposes. Like for basketball. Put it right next to a goal there. Run on the play. 5 yards is good for a first down. I'm trying to get the rest of the chains to move. They're not paying attention. First down from the 35. Clock continuing to run. And a very good crowd here for this football game down here. We got a few people that are braving the other side over there. I imagine they're Sioux Falls fans, but I think I'd be making friends over here on this side right now with that sun. It ain't very friendly. Pickup of about 1 or 2, 2nd and 8, it looks like. Sioux Falls lines up once again. This time they're in an I formation, minus the back part of it. Pass complete. That is number, I think, number 7. That is number 7 on that. That was Nicole. That is definitely not. This is the Oklahoma Rage one. You know, sometimes you get... This is still the Oklahoma Rage one. And another tab. Ball in motion. It's going to be 2nd down and a goal coming up. Apologize for that. Did not get the goal updated on there. And we got an injury on the field. We're going to take a break as they help her out. We'll be back. Sending the house on this. Receiver in motion. Handoff in the backfield. Nowhere to go. That is stopped. 3rd and 10 coming up from the goal. Goal to go, I guess. And we got another player that appears to be down. See if she'll get up over there. And... looks like she's able to get up. And she'll stay out there. 1:44 to go and counting. Left in the quarter. 21-0. Rage on top right now. Not sure if they do the running clock rules and what they are in Oklahoma. Being from Missouri, it's 35, I believe, in most circumstances. In the second half, but I have seen it change. Time out. Snow Leopards. So we're going to take a break with them. We'll be back. Duluth and Iowa live on the Arena League YouTube and Fan Club app. Passes back. That is overthrown. That'll bring up 4th down. So 4th and goal from, looks like about the 10. 1:19 remains in the quarter. Last possession by the Rage resulted in a 69-yard touchdown run. Well, touchdown pass with about 50 yards of running on that. We've had 2 touchdown runs, both by the quarterback. One off a quarterback keeper, one off a fake handoff. And again, pass is not... It's got to be a touchdown or it's a turnover. It is Oklahoma football. And that will be the Rage taking over. 1:13 left in the quarter. Precarious position, though. They are going to get the ball right at the 1-yard line. So if you are going to give the ball up, this is where you want to do it. The clock's starting to run on the change of possession, I guess. It does freak out, by the way, under a minute. So if it goes wonky and just gets stuck, we're gonna have a time out. We're gonna take a timeout. This will be the Snow Leopards. We'll be back after this timeout. 4-6 right now in the second. 7 minutes and running up there in Duluth. And the Rage with a short run. Second down and not 10, probably 7. So 2 timeouts taken in the first quarter for the Snow Leopards here. Still 49 seconds remain in the quarter. Again, handoff to the back option, I guess is what I'll call that. It's enough for a short pickup. 3-4 yards on the play. 3rd and 3 coming up. Clock is not running. Well, yes it is. It's the end of the quarter. I don't know why. Like I said, it gets a little freaked out, but it's okay. They just do, I guess, is how that works. Rage with the ball. 3rd and 3. Fake the toss. This is caught. That's a first down and some more. That's going to be a 90-yard touchdown for the Oklahoma Rage. Big play on that. And we're going to take a look back at this play. I mean, one play, 94 yards on this. All the way out to the 30 where that's caught. That's 70 yards of running after the catch. That will make it 27-0. Just 20 seconds into the second quarter. Chance to make this a 28-0 game. Switching sides at least where they're going to kick from. Veterans Memorial Stadium, I believe is what this was called. And the kick is up. It is good. So just like that, we're going to take another quick break here. It is Oklahoma Rage up by 28 in the start of the second. Back here, 14:40 to go. Looking for... This is not a squib kick. That ball's going to go to Oklahoma. Did they touch it here, or did it get out of bounds first? We're going to take a look at this replay here and figure out whether this ball was touched. They're saying illegal procedure on the field. It is out, so that was automatic first down for the Snow Leopards at the 40. Where are they going to put this ball? Where it went out of bounds? It's going to be at the 45. Tried to hang on to the ball and touch it, but I think Canadian football, you could actually... The last person to touch the ball gets possession of it on a kick like that. I'm pretty sure in American football, it don't work that way. Oh, it's back on the 50. 1st and 10 from the 50 here. This time out of the shotgun. Ignoring the running back in the backfield, but that pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And that will also stop the clock. Again, I want to thank you for joining me on this Saturday. You have other places to be, other games to watch. If you're watching, I do appreciate it. Also, if you're watching Iowa Duluth, I appreciate that too. Gotta support all our friends up there. Hand off away from the defense. Is that, I believe, number 5? I think that is a number 5. That is Tina Falcon from Ravello, South Dakota. Went to Duell High School. That will bring up a first down also. I believe that's a first down. Or is that a third down? The sun is in the way. I think it's third, actually. I'm going to give it third, and we'll correct it later if we have to. Either way, out of the shotgun again, looking for the pass. This is incomplete. Trying to get over here to, looks like Weiss, or Wise. I'd say Weiss. From Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Most of these players are from Sioux Falls. They do a tackle from Minnesota. Manito, Minnesota. It's a very cool name. And a Norfolk, Nebraska. I have never been to South Dakota, actually. It's one of the states I have not been to. We're going to have a timeout, I believe. Snow Leopards will take their final. We'll be back after this. Back here again, third and it's actually 4th and 10. I didn't do my job on that. And that pass was incomplete. That was not going anywhere. That is a turnover on downs. So we'll be back. Bringing up their roster here. It's kind of an important step of the whole progress. Incomplete pass. Numbers are a bit hard to read, though. The back is easier to read on that. But incomplete pass to number 15. And I'm trying to find the photo. I'm always prepared, trust me. I don't have a number 15 on my roster here. But incomplete pass to 15 on the last play. Second down coming up. Again, out of the shotgun. Little back option pass. Decides against it. Incomplete. Forward pass is the ruling there. So third down and 10 coming up after 2 incomplete passes. So it doesn't auto zoom in. I'm glad that don't do that because that would be weird. That would be really weird. Quarterback out of the shotgun has the back option on this. If she's going to take this option pass this time, that is incomplete. That will bring up a 4th down. So Quashawn Simmons from Los Angeles, the running back, not able to connect on that. So first 4th down of the night here for this Oklahoma Rage team. And the sun is behaving itself. I could see some numbers now. I am impressed by that. Stadium is just big enough that it keeps the sun out when it goes down. So looking for the pass. That is thrown up. It is incomplete. That will be a turnover on downs. The ball again will stay at the 50. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for the offense of Sioux. In offense now. First play from the line of scrimmage is not going to be a lot. Weiss, the running back on that, I believe. It's going to be, I should have reset that, 2nd and 10. The ball's been in the same spot for this as the third drive now, so eventually someone is bound to take it either forward or backwards off that 50. 12:32 to go. And that's a stop off the 50. That's a loss of about 5 on the play. 3rd and 15 coming up. We'll be back here in 2 weeks, assuming the Oklahoma Rage pick up a victory. We're going to test out some of our new field equipment that I'm bringing in. Actually it's not new, but it's going to be set up differently. And hopefully it will look good, which hopefully this will be a good test for it. And then after that, we'll be back in Iowa as the Woo and I believe the Hot Springs Wise Guys will play from Arkansas. And then we'll have some martial arts from Springfield, Missouri the following week. And then after that, possibly back in Iowa for a playoff game. So a lot of sports here on Allen Hilliard Sports. Quarterback pass is incomplete. So it'd be 4th down coming up and about 15. Pass by Jennifer Renke, incomplete. Also, a quarterback listed on here is McKenna Hammonds. Well, by the looks of it, we might be going for a pass here. Or are we going to go... No, we are definitely not punting this ball. Definitely not a punt coming out of this unless it's a quick kick. Which, following Waynesville, that is very common. There you go. It is up. Rage has it. They've got some room here. There's a penalty flag down. There is 2 penalty flags at the end of this play, though. And we are going to figure out what the penalty flags are. I did not see a reasoning for the penalty flag. At least from my eyes, I didn't see anything on the snap. Officially 4th and 14 still. It's going to be a 1st down. I think it's going to be a 1st down. It is going to be a 1st down. So roughing the kicker. That's going to result in a 1st down, 11:13 to go in this first half of play. 28-0 remains the score here. Stadium lights coming on. Nothing like a football field on a Friday night or Saturday night. Next year, we also have a Thursday night football game from Rolla. Mountain Home, Arkansas will head up to southern Missouri there to play Rolla at Rolla High School. Along with the middle school game also that night, and maybe a volleyball game. You never know. Pass is up. That is complete. 2nd down and 5, it looks like. Looks like about 5 to me on there. That's a good guess. Sometimes you just take the guess and you stick with it. So the defense here, Oklahoma, very conservative. Sioux Falls, on the other hand, they're almost at a full blitz every time they line up. I'd look for something with that running back there. A little discussion about what's going on. This is a blitz coming right here. That is incomplete. Nowhere to go on that. Had to throw that ball away. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. 10:19 still to go in the first half. Again, live from Sand Springs, Oklahoma here on the western side of Tulsa. Very beautiful city, by the way. Very beautiful city. And we're going to have a penalty. We're going to have a false start or an illegal procedure, but either way, that will bring us back to 3rd and 10. It's going to be 5 yards the wrong direction you want to go here on this. And again, sending the pressure. The pass is trying to get out to Emmy Marco. Can't connect on that. That was number 80 out there. And that will bring up a 4th and 10. It looks like it is 4th and 10. So both these teams starting to settle in on the defensive side of things, getting a little sloppy on the offense. Looking for the pass this time, adjusting to it. That pass is deep as it tried to get the interception. And that will result in a turnover. We're going to have an injury here. We're going to take a break. Back, number 3 for Duluth for Sioux Falls. Going down kind of awkward, just cautionary tale. Sack in the backfield. That was number 54. Big play on that. It's going to result in a loss of a few. 2nd and 14 coming up now. Hopefully she will get back in the game here, doing a great job passing. Just got to get the passes a little bit, not slowed down, but just got to get them dialed in a little. If again, fake handoff, quarterback into traffic. Nowhere to go. And I believe, do we have a flag on that play? It is a flag on the play. So Snow Leopards with the penalty. And it will be 15 yards. So 1st and 10 from the 50. Clock continuing to run. 8:53 here in the first half. 28-0, Oklahoma Rage on top. They do have a second quarterback for the Snow Leopards. But we do hope that she is all right there. This handoff in motion. That's enough for maybe a 4-yard pickup on the play. That will be 2nd down, and they're going to give him 5. Give her 5. 2nd and 5. Also playing right now, I believe they're playing right now. You could watch on Livestream STL. That is the St. Louis team playing. Different division, but also a very good team, defending champions. There's a lot of stuff going on with football right now. And I should probably have my roster brought up for this Oklahoma Rage team. Short run on the play, 3rd and 4. She's going to get credited for 1 yard. Again, the numbers are still a little bit far away. So I'll do my best to keep them as good as I can, but that's a good distance. Four receivers here for the Rage. 33 in motion. Fake the handoff. Pass out. That's caught. We're going to have a penalty on that, but we're going to take a look. That is a beautiful caught pass. A beautiful pass catch. That's not how that works. But look at this. I believe that is defensive pass interference. And that is a first down for the Oklahoma Rage. I think the rules are spot of the ball either way. So no matter if you take the penalty or not, I would take it for the numbers. So 1st and 10 at the 20. I did have a fun thing I learned today. My laptop died on me. So I need to do some laptop shopping, I guess. My Windows laptop. And quarterback keeper, she's going to lob this one out of bounds. Smart play on that. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Six and a half minutes to go left in the first half. Snow Leopards, no timeouts. Rage have all 3. Oklahoma Rage will host in the next game if they win. Snow Leopards, I believe, will be on the road because I think higher seed will move on. And 4 receivers here. High snap, pass up. Is it caught? That is way overthrown. Wide open receiver, though. That will bring up 3rd down. I think she was expecting her to be a lot further in that route, and it did not happen that way. Play clock continuing to run. It is regular play clock rules as football. Now, for Allen Hilliard Sports broadcast, balls popped out. Was it already on the ground? They're saying it was down. But just for good measure, that is number 3 there, Courtney Eldridge, to make sure that it is not turned over near their end zone. Not always the worst thing in the world. Rage pass. That is caught. There is room, but that's going to be short. That's a turnover on downs. And good play on that. But changing up the strategy here. They are packing the middle. Trying to go for the short run. They're going to pick up a decent chunk of yards on this. 4 or 5 yards on the play. 2nd and, is it 4 or 5? How about we just guess 5? Nope. I'm wrong. It's 6. As they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. It's better to play horseshoes than hand grenades, by the way. Hand grenades, you got to move quick. And again, tight formation here. trying to open a running lane. Looks like a short pickup, about 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 4 coming up, maybe. 3rd and 5, I guess. Snow Leopards again back. They're changing their offense, not quite running as much. I think the quarterback issue might be causing this. It's a different quarterback in there. I believe that's a different quarterback. I'll tell you once I see a number. Nowhere to go, though, on that play. 4th down coming up. Clock continuing to roll. There it is. Have a Oklahoma Rage player coming off. Take a break there. 3 minutes left in the first half. 4th and 5. I really think that's 4, but it's 5. Just looks odd from this angle, at least. Play clock down to 17. And again, off balance. Penalty flag on the play. That will make this 4th and 9. So not what the Snow Leopards are wanting. I don't think that was part of the plan on that. But interesting setup on the offense. And they're going back to the pass. They're going to punt this time. Just a protective punt. And they're going to let the ball stop dead. It will be a 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Sorry, that is not the 44. That is the 36-yard line. 10, 2:35 to go. Oklahoma in the shotgun looking for the pass. She's going to go deep. It's caught. 33 downfield. That's a 1st down and 1st and goal. I'm going to take a look at this play here. I mean, this was a beautiful play. And there's that pass right on target. Got away from one defender and able to set up a 1st and goal out of that for the South Dakota team. That's a long way to travel. Ball down the middle. 2nd down coming up and goal. Under 2 minutes to go. I guess we don't have a 2-minute warning. You check them out again on the Arena League. After the 2-minute warning, touchdown is good for the Rage. Simmons with the touchdown. Take a look at that. 34-0 now. Straight down the middle, found a hole, and that's all she needed. Extra point on the way for Oklahoma Rage now, 35-0. I am going to imagine we're going to have a running... Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. The St. Louis Falcons finished the season 7-2. Extra point was no good. 85-6, the St. Louis Falcons defeat the Oklahoma Hawks. So we're going to take a break. We're going to be back for the kickoff. And we are back. 1:38 to go in the first half. Ball still on the ground. It is into a pile. Snow Leopards appear to have it. And it is the Snow Leopards that will come away with the ball. So 1st and 10 for Sioux Falls on that. It is Sioux Falls. I thought I messed it up, but I did not. Sioux Falls on offense. 1:35 remains in the half. 34-0. Oklahoma Rage on top right now. Orange numbers on the dark uniforms. White and blue is the Snow Leopards. And we're going to take a knee on that. I think we're going to go into halftime with a discussion. And we're going to play some of our halftime advertising here. If you don't want to stick around for that, come back in about 15 minutes afterwards. But you could watch some arena football in the Arena League. Quite a few other games. Do we take a timeout? I want to thank all my sponsors for next year, by the way. I want to make sure we give them credit here. This handoff is in trouble. Is that number 13? That is number 13 out there. That is Lexi Ronning, the wide receiver listed on here. We're going to take another timeout, though. This is the second timeout by the Rage. We'll be back at 3rd down, by the way, and 11. I didn't update that after the timeout. Looking for the pass. Pass is up. It is incomplete. 1:11 on the clock. 4th and 11 coming up. And are we going to punt this? Either way, unless they can get a first down, the Snow Leopards, this will be an Oklahoma football. It appears to be a punt. It appears to be a punt. The play clock is running. There's 14 seconds on it. There's now 10 seconds. There's now 7. Punt is up. It is actually a really good punt. It's going out of bounds. Well, no, it's going to stay in bounds. The Snow Leopards are going to decide to stop that as it rolled backwards towards the 50. So we're going to have a 1st and 10. And the offense is already coming out, so I think they're ready to go. They was expecting that to happen. 1 minute left on the clock. And as long as my computer don't forget what it's doing on the time, we'll be okay. But we'll have halftime coming up here, so we'll have time to figure out some things in life. Rage pass is complete. There is room downfield. Still room downfield. All the way out to the 20. I believe we're still in bounds, but Oklahoma Rage in the hurry-up offense. Defense not so much in the hurry-up. Clock again continuing to roll. Pass is caught. That's a touchdown. Oklahoma Rage. 33 seconds remain in the first half. That will make this a 40-point ball game. And then 33 Simonson with the pass right there, or the reception. And we are 33 seconds from the half. This play, I don't know what's going on here. Good defensive stop by the Snow Leopards on that. That is incomplete. And we're going to take a short break before the next kickoff here. But we'll be back as the Rage remains in this first half. It is the kickoff here for the Rage to the Snow Leopards. Snow Leopards with the ball. Stopped at the 40. So 1st and 10, we have a player down. So we're going to take a break while they assess the player. There we go. They do get the snap off. And that will be the end of the half. And we'll be back after halftime for more football here from Sand Springs, Oklahoma. It is 40-0 Oklahoma Rage. Second half here for the Oklahoma Rage. Squib kick. Ball still on the ground. And that will be a dead ball at the 40. Some pretty good defensive football for a little bit there, but the Rage, I mean, they're just connecting on the plays that scores, and they're doing what they need to. Sorry about my tripod there. I'm looking at my stream. It's a little bouncy, but that tripod's not working very well. It's acceptable, but not very good. And now we're ready to go here. Rage coming out of the shotgun. Clock is trying to get the clock rolling there. You just like, come on, keep on going. Quarterback's thinking the same thing. She's going to go for it. Nope, she's going to pass. Little lob pass. That is incomplete. Nearly intercepted on the play. That will bring up 2nd down and 10. So it appears, unless something happens here, the Oklahoma Rage and me will be back here in 2 weeks to face the winner of the other ball game. I don't have that on hand by chance, but that game will be here at, I believe, 7 p.m. again. And a big pickup here on the play to make a 1st down. And that is 23 able to get the 1st down on that. Again, Oklahoma out of the shotgun. This time a little shovel pass to the back. 1st down yards and some more, out of bounds, short of the 15 it looks like. Simmons with the carry on that, number 22. She's from Los Angeles, California, doing a great job here. Not a very big player, but a very, mindful player of everything, a lot of speed. 1st and 10 again from the 15 area. 16-yard line officially. In motion. Shovel pass, ball on the ground. They're going to call that incomplete. Forward pitch on that, which means it's a forward pass. 2nd down coming up and 10. Clock continuing to roll. Other matchups, Goats doubling up right now. over the Eau Claire Axemen in the Arena League. And Duluth is having a very good game currently against Iowa. Still, though, Arena League scores can change in a hurry. And the Lunkers were trailing in Springfield, Missouri. Third down coming up and 10 after that play. And if it is regular running clock rules, clock will only stop on scoring and on turnovers. Or injuries, of course, but during regular gameplay, that's when they will stop. Pass downfield, that is incomplete. Good defense on that play. Fourth down coming up for the Oklahoma Rage. Snow Leopards got a good hand on that. Kept the ball away. Good catch by the official. And the Rage on fourth down, they're clearly going to pass the ball. Watch this not be a pass, but I'm going to bet this is a pass. It is clearly a pass. Short route, can't get to it. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And we're going to have the teams change out real quick here. So Sioux Falls now will be on offense. Snow Leopards in the blue. They are trailing 40-0 right now to the orange and black Oklahoma Rage. And that is a good run by Sioux Falls. And that ball on the ground, that is a turnover on the play. That is a Rage football. I was about to say, very good run to start off this drive, but the end of it did not turn out the way. That is Chelsea Kenyon with the run, but not sure why it didn't play, but here we go. And the hit knocked the ball loose. And Oklahoma able to get a first down on that. And possession of the ball right about where they had it before. Little toss. Has room. This is a touchdown barring a penalty. And I believe this is coming back holding on the play. So that will take the touchdown away. Holding on the offense. That will make this 1st and 20. Maybe. I believe it depends on the spot of the ball. If it's at the line, it is 1st and 20. I'm taking this turbo clock serious. It's like a 18-year-old with eBay money and a Honda Civic right now. They're going to turbo that the best they can. Well, at least till Civic goes kaboom. Defensive stop on the play, on the little sweep. That will be a loss of 4 or 5. It is 2nd and 24. 5, I guess. Somewhere in that number. We're just going to stick with that. Officially, it's 21. That's fine. We're close. We'll call it a good, fair, close 4 yards. Again, out of the shotgun, 4 receivers, looking for the pass. Pass down the middle. That is caught. Tight end pass down the middle. First down and goal for the Oklahoma Rage. Beautiful play on this. We're going to take another look at this. This is a textbook route right here. Watch as they draw away everyone else, and right down the middle, defender had a shot at it, but not what they were needing. A hand would have blocked that, just out of range, and 6:16 to go here. Clock still running in this third quarter. It is first and goal. Again, the handoff. Quarterback somehow still has the ball. I'm not sure if she kept it the whole time, but that will bring up second and goal. That's a short gain on the play. I believe we're going to have an injury by Sioux Falls. We're going to take a break in the tight running formation here, looking like either down the middle or possibly it is down the middle, straight to the back. That is in for the touchdown. We're going to take a look at this again, see if we can. Might be the quarterback. Big touchdown play on that. Hard to read those numbers, though. 46-0. Rage on top. Extra point on the way. They have missed only one in this ball game. Actually, they've missed 2. One was a bad snap, but that is not going to be missed. 47-0, Rage on top. Again, looking like the quick kick. It's going to travel the yards. It's going to, I believe, Snow Leopards have fallen on it. So it'll be a Snow Leopard football. So barring a major scoring difference here, the Snow Leopards will end the season. And then the Rage, again, as I mentioned, will be back in 2 weeks for the second round of the playoffs. That'll be the semifinals. Of course, the winner will play in the Hall of Fame Stadium in Ohio. Football, one of those sports, quickly becoming a high school sport in some states. And an emerging sport. Flag football especially. A good start to it. Interesting formation there. Not sure if I have an explanation for that, but pass to Lexi Ronning is complete. But it is also a negative pass. 2nd and 13, 14 it looks like coming up for the Snow Leopards. And again, I want to thank some of our people helping to make broadcasts possible, especially the Waynesville School District and Security Bank of Pulaski County for the high school sports this coming fall, and also the Dixon School District for all their support. Pass is incomplete. Bring up third down. Those are really our 3 main advertisers to make everything happen. You can catch all Waynesville high school away games on Allen Hilliard Sports, among other things. Got softball coming up. Softball brought to you by Security Bank. Waynesville football and Waynesville basketball away games are brought to you by Waynesville School District. So Everyone coming together, helping out. We're going to have some soccer. We're going to have some volleyball. We'll have as much as I can get covered this next year. We're going to have double header nights. It's going to be fun. I might even have a triple header. I'm working on that. And nowhere to go on this play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Clock is going to run out possibly here if we continue. And the clock is running. Why is it stopped? Why did it stop? Did we have a timeout? Do we have an injury? Oh, we're going to have a... I don't know what's going on here. I think we have an injury on the field. But now we're rolling again here. This will be the final play of the quarter. Again, we'll end at 37-0. It is 4th and 14, so unless we can get a first down, Snow Leopards will give the ball back up to the Oklahoma Rage. Nope, we're going to punt it, and the punt is... I was about to say, it almost turned into been one of my punts where it goes up and goes backwards, but about a 20-yard punt officially. And with that, we're going to end the first quarter, 47 in the house. They could almost have the center catch this ball if they were eligible, but they are not. They're going to send it deep. That is incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd down. So 14 minutes to go here in this ball game, a little over 14 minutes. It has been all Oklahoma Rage. Again, outscoring their opponents, I believe 250 to... It was like 60 or something, 54, something like that. So this will only add to that total. Whatever the final score would be on this, whether Sioux Falls does score or... Again, we get another Rage touchdown here, but that is 3rd and 10 coming up. 2 incomplete passes in a row. Again, out of the shotgun. That ball's loose. Quarterback is going to pitch it. It's going somewhere. Where is it? A live ball? That's going to bring up 4th down either way. It almost looked like a backwards pitch that bounced forward. And it is 4th down, so not sure if that was an incomplete pass or they can't get a hold of the ball. Now we got the ball back in the middle. Or they're switching out the ball. So on 4th down, we have a... I don't know what this formation is. This is... There's a lot of people in the backfield. I believe that was a fake punt. And good stop by the Snow Leopards. We're going to take a short break, then we'll be back for the offense. Clock is running here, so it will be an Oklahoma Rage victory. The Snow Leopards with the ball first. Or with, not first, they have the ball currently. It's been a long day. I woke up at like 6:30 today, by the way. Pass is thrown incomplete. So the pass to Searless from Meller is no good. I think that was Meller. Either way, the pass was incomplete. And Snow Leopards on second down coming up. Trips on the right. I believe we do have one receiver way down below under the scoreboard on the camera here. That pass is incomplete. So Rinke went down earlier with an injury. Miller at quarterback. This is incomplete again. 3rd and 10 coming up. And I do want to thank the generosity down here in Oklahoma here. Found a hotel, kind of last minute. I did plan to stay at another one, but it happens. Sometimes things don't always plan like you did, but I found a lovely Comfort Inn down here. Always choose Comfort Inn, by the way. Just amazing hotels, always consistent. This is picked off. Big stop, big hit on the play. Is that the quarterback? Was that the quarterback? We're going to take a look at this and the end of that play. That was the quarterback. That is how you show the coach, my bad on the interception. I will make sure they don't score. So it is 1st and 10 Rage, but again, that has to be play of the game right there, that tackle. That tackle has to be play of the game. Someone needs to share that out to someone. And handoff down the middle, a short pickup, not enough for a first. Well, actually only 1 yard, so definitely not enough for a first. I am looking at a computer screen, so I don't have like the whole field. I have very limited tunnel vision, if put it that way. Now the problem with these orange letters is they don't stick out well when it gets dark. I do like the uniforms though. At least they're not black with an orange stripe around them. That would be terrible. Or white on white. Rage with the pass. Set is incomplete. This tripod is not a happy little tripod. It is working though. It's a good backup little thing. But 3rd and 9 coming up off the incomplete pass. Might be 3rd and 8. It is 3rd and 8. I just put the wrong number down. We'll stick with 9. That's what we'll stick with the initial decision here. We'll say 8.5. This time back behind center. The pass is caught. Tight end pass wide open. That would have been quite a bit of running room on that. That'll bring up a 4th down and 9. Again, thank you for joining us. I didn't change my timeouts, but I believe we are correct now. We've had 1 timeout by the Oklahoma Rage. The Snow Leopards have not taken one, I don't think. 4th down and 9, 6.5 minutes to go in this game. Unless we can get 47 points in 6 minutes, this game is over. Really great defense by both sides here, but the play of the game a little different too, though. That pass caught on the ground, and that's a turnover. That's the 2nd time we've connected on a pass for a turnover. But we'll be back after. Back here, 5 minutes to go. Ball is loose on the ground. Quarterback did fall on it, but the Snow Leopards will lose 10 yards on the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 20. Actually, 21. It looks like they will swap out the football there. Get a luckier one, I guess. Maybe there's a passing and a running football. You never know. 4 minutes remain, though, in the ball game. Again, we'll see you in 2 weeks again. Hopefully you'll join me. Big stop at the line on there. Still able to get a few yards picked up out of it. That's maybe a 5-yard pickup. I'll bring up 3rd and 16. We're going to have a timeout. Snow Leopards out of the timeout. They have 2 remaining. So does the Oklahoma Rage, but they're trying to get on the board, get some points at the end of the year, maybe get the last exclamation of the season here. This one is not going to be that. That will be incomplete. That will bring up a 4th down and whatever number it is right now, 16. We are right. I am impressed. 4th and 16 coming up. 47-0. Clock under 3 minutes momentarily. I do like the scoreboard on the other side of the building too there. So that is way over snap. That was supposed to be a punt. And they're going to take the loss of yards on that. We're going to have first a victory. Thank you for joining us. And good luck to both these teams and all these players here. And good season for the team from South Dakota here. Made the long trip down to, just get a hold of one of us. Feel free to share clips if you wish. All the same fun stuff there. On 2nd down, that pass towards the end zone. It is caught. And it is a 1st and goal. I think we're going to try to get a touchdown still. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this for probably is on the way here. 1st and goal for the Rage down the middle. This is a touchdown. Away from everybody, the quarterback with the touchdown. And the Rage will, bit of an exclamation mark on this. And that will stop the clock. And the extra point on the way. 53 points on the board right now. Chance to add another point to that. Make it 54. That's up. So 21 seconds to go. The clock will run. And that will be the end of the game. I don't think the people up in the booth are paying attention, but that is the end of the game. Again, thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure. We will see you in 2 weeks here from Sand Springs, Tulsa area. Have a good night, and congratulations to the Oklahoma Rage.
day.